Looking for a one-touch super automatic machine that produces a quality milk froth that's good and hot?
Hi, Mark and Morgan here from Whole Latte Love. Today we're going to take an in-depth look at the Saeco Exprelia Evo. It's an update to the Saeco Exprelia, where the Evo on this one standing for evolution.
So a big change from the previous model is an improvement to the milk carafe. It's been re-engineered to produce a hotter and richer milk froth.
The other big change is a more modern front panel with rounded backlit buttons and a new spout design.
We'll talk more about the milk carafe, but first, the basics. The Exprelia Evo is a one-touch super automatic machine, so it's a bean-to-cup machine, and one touch means that with the press of a single button, you can have an espresso-based milk drink like a cappuccino.
The Exprelia has 5 programmable drink buttons, 3 buttons for espresso and crema-style coffee, and 2 buttons used for milk-based drinks. So on the coffee side, you could say program 1 button for espresso, 1 for a regular size coffee, and 1 for a travel mug. Each of these beverages are programmable for volume, strength, and temperature.
Programming is done via a simple menu system. You can program volume in the menu, or if you like, you can program it by pressing and holding down a button until memo appears in the display. The machine starts dispensing, and once you have the amount you want, just press the stop button and that amount is stored alongside temperature and strength.
Programming of milk-based drinks works the same. Do it in the menu, or again for coffee and milk volumes, you can use the press and hold and press stop when you have the amount of milk froth you want, and again when you have the amount of coffee you want.
So we mentioned that you might want to program one of those coffee buttons for a travel mug. The coffee spouts on the Exprelia are very flexible, with a clearance range of 3 to 6.5 inches. To fit the larger travel mugs underneath, the spouts can be pushed back or removed completely.
You can easily make 2 coffee beverages at the same time. Just press any of the coffee buttons twice and 2 will be made. When making 2 coffees, the machine does a second grinding cycle for the second cup.
Speaking of grinding, the Exprelia Evo has a 10-ounce capacity bean hopper and uses a quality ceramic grinder with 8 grind settings, so you can adjust the grind to match coffee type and personal preference. If you're familiar with coffee grinding, you know how important the grinder is. The ceramic grinder used in the Exprelia is known for its ability to grind without transferring heat to beans and for consistency in particle size, for more even extraction and more flavor in your cup.
Now, located on the coffee spout of the machine is the SBS dial. This dial allows you to control the coffee flow. SBS stands for Saeco Brewing System. By restricting the flow, you can increase the pressure used in the brewing process and really dial in the amount of crema produced. Typically, you turn this dial clockwise to the larger dots when brewing espresso and towards the smaller dots when making longer coffees. You can even adjust this while coffee is being dispensed.
So let's talk about the milk carafe. It's one of my favorites because it can be stored ready to go in the fridge. It produces a nice dense froth, which is very hot, and it steam cleans itself automatically after use.
Is frothing an art or a science? Well, if you're a barista, it's your art. If you're a super automatic machine, it's a science. And I'd say Saeco has nailed the science with a new design of the milk carafe. Like we said, it's hot. And if there's one thing that's a shortcoming on some machines, it's people often want a hotter milk froth. And with this machine, that's not an issue.
And the carafe is so easy. You just pull it out of the fridge, pop it in, push the handle over, and you're ready to go. After frothing, just push the handle back over, and the machine automatically runs steam through the handle for a thorough cleaning.
Now, be aware that froth is not adjustable on this machine. Now, here's a super close-up to give you an idea of what that froth looks like. I think most people are going to love it. It does a really nice job producing what most would expect for a cappuccino. And if you want something a little different, say just heated milk or a different texture, the machine does have a manual steam wand.
Out of that steam wand, you can get hot water for tea and other beverages. The amount dispensed is programmable. You can also just get frothed milk for delicious hot chocolate. And again, you can easily program how much is dispensed.
So in a cafe, a barista does all the tamping and brewing. In a super automatic espresso machine, that's taken care of by the brew group. The Exprelia Evo's brew group is removable for easy cleaning, which consists of a rinse with lukewarm water every week or so. And while baristas are notoriously fickle, the brew group is not. In fact, if you opt in to receive email from Saeco after registering your machine, they'll extend the manufacturer's warranty out to 5 years on the brew group.
Also inside the machine are the dreg box and an internal drip tray. The machine's display will alert you when they need your attention.
The water tank is 1.6 liters, and that can be filled at the machine or removed and filled at the sink. It comes with a Mavia Intensa water filter. When you set up the machine, you'll use the included water hardness test strip and enter the results of the test into the machine. It will then alert you when it's time to run a descale cycle. Descaling removes any buildup in the machine's boilers, and it's the single most important thing you can do to assure that your machine gives you years of trouble-free service. It's rather like changing the oil in your car.
The machine is wrapped in an attractive brushed stainless steel finish. Some other quality touches include a handy storage spot for the carafe coupling cap on top of the water tank, incredibly sturdy door hinges, and an external drip tray that swings with the door when opened.
So overall, some real technology upgrades in the new Evo version of the Exprelia, including hotter and smoother milk frothing and a more modern look to those front panel controls and the coffee spouts.
That's the Saeco Exprelia Evo, and it's available now at WholeLatteLove.com. I'm Morgan.
And I'm Mark. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest on everything coffee.
Whole Latte Love is your resource for everything coffee. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily updates on new coffee gear, plus hundreds of videos including how-tos, equipment reviews, recipes, expert technical advice, and more.